Yo, this is Lil Young Choppem, and you tuning into Mob TV. See me? I make her ass irrelevant. She don't matter, cause I'm a rapper. Hit your ass with that.
Hello everybody. Welcome to Mob TV. We've got a very special guest with us today. We've actually got Young Choppem, the founder of the Mob. Welcome, Young Choppem.
Welcome, reporter guy. Feel me? Like, I got a little cough right now, so I might be laughing because I'm actually happy when I get sick because, like they say, man, sick, new world. You know what I mean? Like, after you get sick, you wake up to a new world. Feel me?
Yes. There's actually been a lot of speculation on your recent cough. I don't know if you've heard about this, Young Choppem, but there's apparently a rumor going around that you have AIDS. Could you shed any light on that?
Man, I shed a lot of light on it. You know, they call me the Green Lantern of wisdom. You feel me? So, like, basically, like, well, how do I explain this? I don't really got AIDS, per se. I feel like I'm just an opportunist. So I put that down on my resume and give it to the record label so they can spread some kind of rumors on the Instagram pages. But I don't really, you know, got AIDS, feel me?
Okay, I feel you. Okay, next question. There's a lot of mystery and enigma surrounding the character of Young Choppem.
Yo, and that's more than one letter in a word. So can you please explain what an enigma is?
An enigma is like it's kind of like a fancy way of saying like mystery.
Mystery, like, is that like Scooby Doo or something like Scooby Doo, Shaggy? Like, what kind of mystery? You a detective now? Sorry, my cough.
Anyway, but what I was trying to point out was the fact that no one actually knows where you're from originally. Where are you from?
Man, so like back in the 1800s, back in the 1800s, there used to be a race in Mars called the Choppem rights, and that's where I got my name from, because the Choppem rights, they didn't have sex or anything, they just had babies, you know, like, because like that's all they know how to do is have babies. So I was a Choppem, right? And I came down and I didn't speak English, so people kind of bullied me in school. And that really inspired my music. So to answer your question, I'm from Tennessee.
So it's a good answer. Speaking of your music, who would you cite as your biggest musical influences?
You see, it's mainly whatever I listen to, but honestly, biggest is MC Hammer, definitely. MC Hammer, who else? Million, you know, he's a new cat, but he's still so dope. I like Waka Flocka. I love Makanen or whatever. And my biggest influence, I say, is Drake. You know, Worst Behavior, I studied that for hours because it was so much content, you know?
Right. So you're, of course, part of the up-and-coming hip-hop group of the Mob. And this channel, of course, is dedicated to that. And you founded that organization. But there was concern for a while with your beef with one of the co-founding members of the Mob, White Boy Richie. He was... You know, we all remember when he was actually shot in the beef. And later on, when you actually took on both White Boy Richie and Verno Inferno in a battle at once. Can you shed some light on why the beef with White Boy Richie took place, then why the beef with Verno Inferno took place, and the ups and downs of the battles that followed?
Okay, well, the Mob is really like a record label. Like, imagine Bad Boy Records. I'm the P. Diddy, you know? And if I was going to compare the White Boy Richie on anybody at Bad Boy, I'll compare him to Lil Kim. Because, one, I mean, the dude is just like, come on now. Like, celibate. Like, what is that? You know what I mean? But he a cool dude of mine, man. I put it to Lil Kim because he's basically, he's not the biggest sales point, but he's in love with the biggest sales point in the mob. So, obviously, Young Ratchet is the biggest sales point, and Burno Inferno. And he's had a long time, you know, being on Young Ratchet all the time. Like, yo, Young Ratchet, your music's so great. Like, oh my God, like, I need to collab with you. And then try to kick me off track. So that's not going to happen because I'm the leader. So, I kind of compare him to Lil Kim a lot. So, I beef with him. Shouts to Lil Kim, though. She dope, but, like, I beef with White Boy Richie because of that. You know, it really offended me that he would ever try to kick me off a track. And him getting shot, I didn't know that. I bought a gun for this dude that said, I'll handle your business. I didn't know what business he meant. I thought he meant, like, CDs.
And could you then elaborate on the beef that took place with Burno Inferno?
Burno Inferno, we never had a beef. You know, I just thought that he was nice. I'm nice. Let's fight on the mic. It's just a little rhyme ski for there. Check out my new mixtape coming 2000 whenever.
Okay. So who do you think is the most underrated mob member, maybe a mob member to look out for in the next year?
Other than me, I feel like, man, that's a good question. I feel like Black Magic is, because he hasn't been on any songs because he's been busy lately, but he nice with it. Like, I be hearing him in gym class, I'm like, you nice with it. Feel me? That's all I say to him.
Understandable. So the mob have been together a few months now. What was your thought process when you first formed the mob? I mean, it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to create a record label, especially in this day and age. How exactly did you get about getting it together? And what was your thought process in its creation?
Be dope. That's all. Be dope. But I like to go with the record label. See, I feel like a record label is just like a mothership. You gotta get the aliens on it in order to get out of this world. So that's my goal, to take this mob out of this world. Like I said, I'm from Tennessee, Mars. I feel like I can go to Tennessee, Mars, and basically, you know, just be dope. So to answer your question, the thought process of the mob was making the music. I wanted to be the most original and most lyrical people. So I only got the most original and lyrical dudes. The only one that is generic is White Boy Richie. Other than that, they all dope. Like Burno Inferno, he mean with it. Like you heard him in the battle, like you like a Scooby Doo Doo. That was like, wow.
Very good point. Is there anything else you'd like to say to Mob TV before we sign off?
Yeah. I like to say that, you know, I like to tell young youth to follow your dreams. You know, except for when it's becoming a bad rapper against someone like Choppem of my stature. I like to also tell the kids that music is in the soul, not in the kneecap. Because a lot of people think that if they run the streets from the kneecap, they'll go harder. And that's just not true because that's not true because it don't make any sense. I'd also like to say that if you have a problem with Choppem, I don't fight, I battle. So signing off, here's a little 16 I got for you. Choppem in the feet. See your girl, then she walking down the street. I get funky with it. This is your defeat. Look at that girl like, then you looking neat. I don't need a beat, but I could beat you. See that girl put her on the beach, so I beached you. And I put you on the bench like you working out. Your girl and I, we don't work, we just twerk it out. Couple verses out my mouth, and you could tell that I'm raw. but I always come with the apple in my jaw like I'm a hungry Steve Jobs.
All right. Thank you for the interview, and good luck for the future, Young Choppem. Mob out.
Yo, mob out. Yo, shouts out to Bruno Inferno coming my mixtape 2000 whatever. Peace.